Alright, so in this video, we're going to be talking about LeetCode problem number 3024, which is type of triangle. And in this problem, you can see that it's marked as an easy problem, and it is, yes, indeed, very easy. So you've been given a zero index integer array, nums of size 3, which will store the sides of the triangle. A triangle is called equilateral if it has all sides of equal length. So I'll also draw for you. So a triangle is equilateral if it has all sides of equal length. So this is 60 degrees, this is 60 degrees, this is also 60 degrees, and all these side lengths are equal. So this is an equilateral triangle. Then an isosceles triangle is where you have two sides of equal length and one unequal side. And scalene triangle when we have all different sides, sides of different length, right? So what we need to do is return a string representing the type of triangle that we can form, or none if it cannot form a triangle. So where would this case be arising, where we cannot form a triangle? For example, if we have, let us say, values like 12 and 4 and 6. So you see that in this array, the maximum number is 12, and the two numbers smaller than that, if we add these up, 4 plus 6, they are coming out to be less than 12. 10 is less than 12. So this cannot potentially form a triangle, as we all know. So basically, in the example, you can see when we have all equal sides, the triangle is equilateral, and if we have all different sides, we have a scalene triangle. So basically, how we check it is, in this example, for example, nums of 0 plus nums of 1 gives us 3 plus 4, which is 7, which is greater than nums of 2, 5. Then we check nums of 0 and nums of 2, that is 3 plus 5, would be greater than nums of 1. And we also check nums of 1 and nums of 2, that is 4 plus 5, which is greater than 3. So we basically need to ensure that the sum of the two sides, sum of any two sides is greater than the third side, right? So sum of any two sides is greater than the third side. This is a property of any triangle. So that's how we check for that. And yeah, so let me get to the code. So how do we do this? We first have this function triangle type, which is taking the vector of int nums of size 3. So we first, what we do is take a set and include all the numbers from nums into the set. So the set would obviously, set the property is that it only has unique numbers. So for example, if we get an equilateral triangle, then we will only have one element in the set. So that is the check here, that if the size of the set becomes 1, that means all the sides are equal. For example, in this case, 3, 3, 3, right? So in this case, we have an equilateral triangle. In case the size of the set is 2, that means we have, for example, if we have 3, 3, and let us say we have 4, this is the triangle to be formed. This is obviously an isosceles triangle. So this is the array nums, right? This is the vector. But when we store it into a set, then it will only store the unique elements. So we have 3 and 4 only. So the size here, s dot size, is equal to 2, right? So therefore, it would be an isosceles triangle. Otherwise, if the size is 3, it would be a scalene triangle. And we also need to sort it, right? The other thing is, once we sort, we get it in an increasing order, right? The vector we get in ascending order, right? So we'll get the minimum 2 elements in the 0th and the first index, and the third index. Let us say we have 5 at the second index, so that is the third position. So second index. So after sorting nums, we can check if nums of 0 plus nums of 1 is less than equal to 2. That is, if these two, their addition is less than equal to 2, then it cannot form a triangle, right? So that is why we return none, because we have to ensure that the sum of any two sides, or sum of the minimum two sides, is greater than 2. Then only we can actually satisfy the condition of a triangle. So yeah, that's it. That's the code, and let me just submit it and show you guys whether it's getting accepted or not. So yeah, it is getting accepted.